Hello everyone at Amicus. I truly hope that you're all well and that your family is safe and healthy. After all, the most important thing that we have today is our health and that our families are healthy. As you know, this year we will not be doing a holiday event. My message to you today is to give you a snapshot of what occurred during 2020 and where we are today, and how proud I am of all of you that have made a difference in the lives of our patients and in the health of our company. Times have changed this year. Our lives have changed. 2020 has been a struggle for many families and for the world. The pandemic has affected all of our lives. It's affected Amicus. It's affected you. When we started this year and going into the month of February, South Florida was celebrating a Super Bowl. And it was at that time that we realized that we were being faced with world crisis. But we didn't realize it. And we didn't realize it as a country, we didn't realize it as a community. However, when I realized that this was serious, and this came in late February, early March, at Amicus we didn't simply just react, we actually acted. We took steps early on to protect you first, and we did it in many different ways. We took immediate steps to take non-essential employees out of the offices. We set up home program with technology. You were my first priority. I took steps initially to make sure that you were protected. We went out and sourced different companies, different vendors, not just in the United States but abroad, to buy personal protective equipment for you, because I wanted you to be safe. We bought over 200,000 masks and equipment and supplies and protective gear for each of the offices to make sure that you stayed safe. Because again, you were on the front lines and it was important for us to remain open for our patients. And today I can go back and look and say that we've done everything possible to protect you first. And any non-essential employees that were working in the offices went home. We harnessed technology to be able to deliver our services as Amicus to our patients, even though you were home. I think it's important that those of you that were fortunate to be home, to thank those that were unable to go home, because they were in the front line. Those are your doctors, your front desk, your managers, DMAs, the nurse practitioners, the PAs, anybody that had to stay. They were experiencing the same situation that you were. Their kids couldn't go to school, they were homebound. It was a terrible event for all of us, but they still came to the office. So any of you that were fortunate to go home, take time to thank those that stayed behind and did their job in the offices. We set up virtual visits in each of our offices. We controlled the flow of the patients when they came in. All of this was for your protection. We limited the number of patients. We set up a way of communicating with our patients, whether it was through WhatsApp, FaceTime, phone call, Zoom. It didn't matter. We set up laboratory services to the patients' homes where it was not available before. We took great initiatives to improve the lives of our patients and, more importantly, to protect you. When the patients who had anxiety and depression, our team of behavioral health specialists did a wonderful job in coming together and helping and reinforcing that they can get through this with us. Our tagline, we created a tagline online that said, "Trust your Amicus PCP." And we sold it through our social media campaigns that we did throughout the year, always reflecting upon the things that we were doing correct and the things that we were doing for our patients and for your safety. At the end, during the height of this pandemic, the first months of it, we were averaging over 400 virtual visits a day throughout this pandemic. It was a great reflection on how well we came together as a team. Each of you should be very proud of what we did as a company. As I realized that this was not something that was going to be short-lived, I made a commitment to myself that I would not leave a single employee unemployed. I can say that as a company, I wanted to do that even at the expense of what it would cost me. And I can say today that I can look back and no one lost their job that was willing to work and that was willing to stay with Amicus. In closing, I want to say that I am honored to be the CEO of Amicus. I am honored to have you working for us. Each of you play an important part in my company. And as we come together and look forward to next year, I want you to be safe. I want you to be smart. And don't let your guard down.